Well, hello! Welcome to In the Bush. This might look strikingly familiar to the end of the last video, because it is. I'm starting this video where I left off on the last one. It is a new day. It is a new night in the bush, so it counts for its own trip in the bush. It gets its own number. And so here we are. Last night was great. Stayed the night, you watched that video, hopefully. If you didn't, click on the little icon above right now, if you're on YouTube, and go watch it. If you're on Rumble, the link will be in the description. Okay, now, camp's already set. Shelter worked great, stayed dry, everything was nice. Now it's time to begin construction on the floor of the cabin. I'm going to build a 9x12 cabin back here at the old pond location. I want somewhere that I can go during the winter when it's snowy and cold, fire up a wood stove and cook a nice meal and get away from all of society, but yet still be really, really warm and comfortable and not out necessarily in the elements. So I'm going to build a 9x12 cabin. It's going to consist of the wood stove, a bed, and probably a chair and a table. That's about all that's going to fit in a 9x12. So anyway, I have the flooring. I'm just using scavenged lumber that I got from a buddy of mine. 2x6s, old 2x6s. And we're going to get started. I'm excited. I decided I'm not going to dig into the ground and do a frost-free footing because I want to be able to move the cabin if I need to. Because I plan on clearing the rest of this. See all this bush right here? That's eventually going to be gone. And I might find a better spot to put the cabin, so I want to be able to use a tractor and a trailer or something and move it if I need to. So anyway, I'm going to start getting the pieces in place and I'm going to start screwing and nailing it all together. The boards aren't rotten, but they're old and they got some bad spots. So anyway, I'm going to cut down that tree, that one right there. I'm going to kind of drag it over there a little bit. And then I'm going to go back to the house and get a few things. Obviously, I've been wearing these same clothes for 2 days now and working and sweating in them, and I'm going to bring a couple changes of clothes and something comfortable to sleep in tonight. And I'm going to replenish my food supply and we'll cook supper. And the main thing I wanted to do today is get that put together, and I did. I'll kind of drag it around and experiment with location. Then we'll head back to the house. I'm going to bring the tractor back, drop off some firewood. Got a game plan. This is approximately where the cabin's going to sit. I say approximately because I'm not exactly for sure yet. I'm going to go get the tractor and some wood. Well, now I have a giant pile of wood to deal with. Anyway, I'm going to head to the house. Head back to the house before it gets dark. The sun is setting. There's a beautiful sunset going on. And I'm going to shower, change clothes, bring food, all that good stuff. I had some spinach at the house and just a little bit left, but I went out to my garden and picked some romaine lettuce and threw it in there with it. And I got one of those little dressing packets. So I'm going to have me a salad, put some cheese in there with it. But I'm going to have this before it gets too hot. And then I'll cook my supper a little bit later. Okay, it's time to start cooking supper. So what we have tonight are these pasta thingies. This is just fettuccine and a butter sauce. And it says 2 cups of water, so that's right around 500 milliliters. 473 to be exact. And I forgot the butter, so oops. We're going to make it anyway. I brought 2 of these because I don't think they make very much, but I'm just going to cook one. If I'm still hungry, I'll eat the other one. In here is some leftover chicken of the woods. I'm going to add that to the pasta. I think that'd be cool. For dessert, I have me some pear slices and some dark chocolate. And for a snack later, I have some jalapeno bologna. Or sausage, whatever you want to call it. So, we're eating good in the bush tonight. That chicken in the woods gives it a great, it kind of flavors the whole thing. This is a good, good comfort meal. And a good dry food store, those little pasta things. Because you don't need any milk or butter. I just proved you don't need butter. All you need to do is add water. So, all you got to do is boil them for 7 minutes. So, great, great food storage idea. And I think they're good for a couple years. And that's just the date on the package. You know you can go a year or 2 after that date along a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my food. Stoked up the fire. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful evening. Oh my God. I almost forgot. I almost did an entire episode of In the Bush without doing step 2. Oh man. I'll tell you what, that was a close call. I don't want to let that happen again. So, okay. So I found this little bag. It holds 4 beers inside of it and 1 on the outside. It's lined with this aluminum foilish kind of stuff. And if you put them in koozies, I'm finding that they stay cold. And then you put this bag in your pack, and deep down in your pack where it's even more insulated. And I got these beers from the house, what was that, 4 hours ago? They're going to be a little foamy. They always are, especially this brand. But oh yeah. The saddest part about the last night, when you're staying more than 1 night in the bush, is knowing that the next day you got to pack up and go back to that life. And I'm just having such a peaceful, wonderful night here in the bush that I just don't want it to end. I mean, it's just, oh, it's such a beautiful night. The temperature's perfect. It's not buggy out. I mean, it's just, this is the perfect bushcraft season. October, perfect bushcraft month. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see in the future. If there are certain things you want to see me do, heck, write me a comment and I might try it. It depends on what it is, but write me a comment and I might do it. I'm always up for new ideas. I've got a ton of ideas for In the Bush, and I actually got a few more tonight. So it's just, you know, every episode I do spawns 5 or 6 new ideas. So anyhow, I'm going to get some shut-eye, and I will see you in the morning. It's getting kind of hot out. I was sleeping so good. I can't believe that fire burned down to nothing. I don't even think there's a coal in there to start a fire on today. It's getting annoying. Anyway, it's really hot for this time of year, but the humidity's down at least, and the breeze feels good. It's coffee time. Sitting here enjoying my coffee, and as you can see from the previous clip, the flooring of the cabin, the foundation of the cabin, is right there. So that opens up a whole new can of worms, a whole new spring of ideas, so to speak. While I'm working on the cabin, I can keep this side open to this fire. We can use the cabin as a raised bed platform, and it'll be basically a bushcraft shelter. And then that'll be the last side that I close in. The ideas are going crazy. I ordered a 16 by 14 foot tarp last night. That's the only money I've spent so far on this cabin. I ordered a 16 by 14 foot tarp, and that's going to be my roof for now. It's going to extend out 14 feet. It's a 12-foot cabin, so it's going to extend out a foot on each end. Thanks for tuning in to In the Bush, and we'll see you most likely in the next episode of In the Bush. I'm going to be probably working on the cabin, but then after that, I will probably not bore you with the cabin so much, and we'll go back to regular campouts. I want to get a couple more campground campouts in before the weather turns cold. Got a lot going on in the old head. It keeps me from sleeping. I get excited. I get to thinking about how I'm going to build the cabin, and I don't have any plans for the cabin. It's all just right here, and it's just ideas, and it's bound to change as I build. I decided, for a year, I went back and forth with design ideas for the cabin, and I finally said, phooey, I'm just going to build the floor platform structure, and I'm going to start building on it, and whatever it turns into is what it turns into. So, this is how you build a building with no blueprints. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in to In the Bush, and we'll see you next time.